It all started on a mundane Thursday at Rockraft High in Elkhart, Indiana, when a calculus teacher's cruel joke turned into a moment no one saw coming. Mr. Halverson, known for his sharp tongue, pointed at Malik Jordan, the school's quiet black janitor, and challenged him to solve a complex derivative in front of a restless class, expecting a laugh. But Malik calmly walked aboard, solved it with precision, and left the room stunned. What unfolded next wasn't just a viral moment. It revealed Malik's hidden past, shifted the school's dynamics, and sparked a movement of respect and inspiration. From a viral video to tutoring sessions, Malik's brilliance changed how everyone saw him, proving you never know who's holding untapped genius. Fourth period at Eisenberg High was dragging. Students glanced at the clock more than a whiteboard, the air heavy with eraser dust and the faint scent of worn sneakers. Mr. Halverson, 48, the calculus teacher, stood at the front, sharp-tongued, impatient, his sarcasm a daily ritual. He wasn't loved but tolerated. The board was a mess of derivatives, equations sprawling like a maze, phones at under desks. Some kids pretended to care. Others stared out the window, dreaming of lunch. Then a faint squeak echoed from the hall. Malik Jordan, 52, the school's janitor, was mopping his slow, steady rhythm familiar backdrop. Halverson paused mid-sentence, glanced at the door, and smirked. Asterisk, well, look who's here. Mr. Jordan, asterisk, he called, tapping the board with his marker like a game show host. Asterisk, think you can solve this one? Asterisk laughter broke out. Not loud, but uneasy, the kind that makes you squirm. Halverson grinned. Asterisk, come on, Malik. You always look like you've got something on your mind. Asterisk Malik stood in the hallway, mop in hand, wearing his faded forest green uniform with M. Jordan stitched over the chest pocket. He didn't flinch, didn't blink, just looked into the room. Then, slowly he stepped in, leaning his mop against the wall. A few students sat up, expecting a quip or a quick exit. Instead, Malik walked to the front. Asterisk, you mind? Asterisk, he asked, gesturing to the board. Halverson raised his brows. Asterisk, be my guest. Asterisk phone slid out. A girl whispered, Asterisk, is he serious? Asterisk Malik picked up the marker, studied equation, a chain rule problem, and paused, not from doubt, but deep thought, like reading a familiar map. Then he wrote, deliberate, no flair. See, this here's a chain rule problem, he said, voice low and patient. Asterisk, the trick is isolating the inner function first. Makes it cleaner. Asterisk, the room fell silent. Just a marker's squeak and a creaking chair as someone leaned forward. Halverson crossed his arms, jaw tight. Malik finished, capped the marker, and stepped back, his work precise, organized. That's one way to do it, he said, turning to the class. No one moved. A junior in the back whispered, Asterisk, he got it right. Asterisk Halverson's mouth opened, but nothing came out. Malik nodded politely, grabbed his mop, and walked out, shoes squeaking down the hall like he hadn't just flipped the room upside down. Then Troy Becker, a senior, spoke. Asterisk, wait! He just did that in his head? Asterisk Halverson's voice was flat. Asterisk, well, he got the right answer. Asterisk, but his usual bite was gone, more confusion than sarcasm. Malik glanced back. Asterisk, I spent a lot of time with numbers a long time ago. They never left. Asterisk, a few kids laughed, not at him, but to break the tension. Phones were out now. Chloe Ramirez, third row, had filmed it all. By lunch, the shaky clip hit TikTok, captioned, Asterisk, our janitor just smoked a calculus teacher. Asterisk had spread, Instagram, local student pages, then a regional education forum. Yo, he's solving it. A voice whispered in the video as Malik's hands moved across the board. Teachers in the lounge buzzed. Miss Haynes, physics, mid-sandwich. Asterisk, he did a chain rule his head. Asterisk, Mr. Doyle, English, nodded. Asterisk, no notes, no pause like muscle memory. Asterisk Halverson sat silent, grading papers. As Principal Reynolds mused, Asterisk, 6 years here, no one mentioned an academic background. Asterisk, Malik didn't know he'd gone viral. He still used a flip phone. He'd been at Rockraft 6 years. Came in early, left late, floors spotless, Bulbs always fixed. No one knew much about him, just that he worked in silence. But now, students waited by the janitor's closet, not for brooms, but to talk. A 12-year-old with a geometry book asked, asterisk, "Do you tutor Mr. Jordan?" Asterisk Malik chuckled. Asterisk, haven't in a long time. Asterisk, you should, the kid said. Asterisk, that was cool. Asterisk, that afternoon, Principal Reynolds called him to the office. Malik walked in, gloves on, uniform damp from cleaning under cafeteria sinks, cap in hand. Reynolds leaned forward. Asterisk Malik, do you have a background in education or engineering? Asterisk Malik hesitated, dusting off an old memory. I went to Purdue, he said quietly. Asterisk mechanical engineering. Full ride. Asterisk Reynolds' eyebrows shot up. Asterisk, you serious? Asterisk Malik nodded. Asterisk had plans. Things got complicated. Asterisk. Malik grew up in Gary, Indiana, a smart kid who loved how things worked. Motors, pulleys, anything to dismantle and rebuild. His mom, Cassandra, raised him and his sisters alone, working overtime at a textile plant but always reading to them. Books first, always, she'd say. Asterisk, the world will try to shut the door. Bring your own key, they can't stop you. Asterisk Malik earned that key. Valedictorian, state science fair winner, a Purdue scholarship. Freshman year, he tutored classmates. Professors noticed him. But sophomore year, a call changed everything. Cassandra collapsed at work. Late-stage cancer. I can take care of it, she whispered. He didn't listen. Took a semester off, then another, working warehouse jobs, night shifts, anything to pay bills. School faded. Cassandra passed. Dreams scattered. No home, no money, no counselor checking in. I kept thinking I'd get back, Malik told Reynolds. Asterisk, but life doesn't wait. Asterisk, at home, Malik kept his Purdue transcripts in a box under his bed. A sweatshirt, an old calculator, a photo with his mom at orientation. He never touched it, never threw it away. That night, on his apartment steps, sipping tea from a thermos, he thought about calculus, his last tutoring gig before dropping out. It was back, like an old friend. After Cassandra's death, Malik returned to Gary, sisters in high school, bills piling up. He worked stockroom, loader, strip mall janitor, overnight security, chasing stability, not dreams. He'd call Purdue, ask about reapplying, fill out forms, but never sent them. Then a break. Julius Ray, a flooring company owner in South Bend, offered steady work. You're sharp. Don't waste your time pushing brooms, Julius said. But the day before starting, Malik's sister Nia got in a school fight. Broken nose, face expulsion. Malik had to be there. Julius gave the job to someone else. That door slammed shut. Malik stopped chasing dreams, took the janitor gig at Eisenberg. Predictable, quiet. He liked it, in his way. Numbers never left him. He'd glance at math boards, solve equations in his head, muscle memory sharp. At home, he'd cook grilled fish, brown rice, flip through an old engineering book just to see if he still had it. He did. He just never had a reason to show it. Until Halverson's joke. The video crossed state lines. Online, people were in awe. Asterisk, man broke it down cleaner than my professor. Asterisk, asterisk, give him a classroom, not a mop. Asterisk Monday, Malik fixed a paper towel dispenser, oblivious to his fame. But teachers paused when he passed. Students nodded with respect. Troy, Becker, and two others waited by the library. Calculus book open. Asterisk, would you mind going through this with us? Asterisk Troy asked. Malik sat on the floor, walked them through a multivariable equation step by step, not talking at them, but with them. Someone filmed it. Malik wouldn't have liked that. In the office, Reynolds was on the phone with the school board. Asterisk. Yes, Malik Jordan. 6 years here, not faculty. A custodian. I'd call it overlooked. Asterisk in the lounge. Halverson read an email with a viral link. Closed his laptop without watching. That afternoon, Reynolds offered Malik an after-school tutoring program. Small, voluntary, paid. You haven't stopped knowing, Reynolds said. Malik's hands, calloused, replied, Asterisk, I'll think about it. Asterisk. By week 2, Jordan sessions formed. Students met in the library after school, notebooks open, as Malik explained concepts with clarity. Isaiah, a freshman who nearly failed algebra, now saw quadratics without panic. Tasha, who hated math, led weekend sessions for her cousins with Malik's notes. Teachers dropped by. Miss Haynes adopted his explanations. Coach Delgado asked for a summer prep group. Even Halverson, hesitant, joined, offering problems, encouraging kids, his edge softening. One day, Halverson lingered after a session. I used to think teaching gave me power, he said. Asterisk, you reminded me what it's about, showing up, making it count. Asterisk, Malik nodded. Asterisk, we all lose our way. Asterisk, some parents complained. Asterisk, is a janitor tutoring appropriate? Asterisk, but Reynolds shut it down. Asterisk, he's an employee, done nothing wrong. Asterisk, Malik didn't want a title. When Reynolds proposed an elective class, he declined. Asterisk, I'd rather keep it simple. Let the kids come because they want to. Asterisk, at the student showcase, Jordan's table displayed reflections. Students wrote how Malik helped them see more in themselves, not by giving answers, but by listening, believing. People stopped asking, Asterisk, is he the janitor? Asterisk, they said, Asterisk, that's Mr. Jordan. Asterisk, that night, Malik folded a Purdue sweatshirt, placed it in a bin with student thank you notes. Legacy isn't titles. It's what you leave in others. He'd keep showing up, caring. Every Tuesday, Thursday, in that library corner, with kids who reminded him of who he used to be. Malik's journey, from a mock janitor to a school hero, shows brilliance can hide in the quietest places. His story isn't about revenge. It's about showing up inspiring and proving you're never too small to make a difference. Malik Jordan didn't ask for praise, didn't chase titles, but by showing up quietly and consistently, he reminded everyone that greatness often hides in plain sight.